Today, we are going to be focusing on the fatherless heroes of the game, specifically Trainer Red. Red's father was missing the entire time, but is that entirely true? This is one of the most accepted theories out there that many people consider to be true, but is it really something that could be entertained? Today, we will be finding out if Red's father was really there the entire time or not. So stay tuned if you're interested in finding out where Red's father went. But if that doesn't pique your interest, stay subscribed for other theories like Ash being a fraud and some awesome Pokemon contests. This is a widely circulated theory, and though there are variations on it, the basic idea is that Red's father has always been there watching him succeed. Today, we will be focusing on Generation 1 due to the idea basically being the same for most of the other games, except for Generation 3. Nintendo has a habit of using similar themes in all their games, except Generation 3. That was supposed to be a reboot of the series, but I guess it didn't stick. Too many Gen 1ers, right?
But Proto, I thought you loved Gen 1.
And right you are, comment section, but I love Gen 2, 3, and 4 also. I even enjoyed Gen 6 a lot as well. But back to the fatherless trainer, Red. We need a little more information. Generation 1 games begin with the trainer leaving off to become whatever the person playing wants them to be. A champion or a Pokemon master, it's really up to the player. However, one thing does stand out. Where is Red's father? Right, simple idea. Perhaps Red's father was killed in a war, but what war? Where? If we follow one of my previous theories and in-game evidence, we can deduce that the year Red is in, it takes place around 1991 to 1996 due to the gaming consoles found within the game. From the Game Boy to the SNES, there are no real signs of newer consoles available, and since we don't have many clues, we can deduce from this that it is indeed in between that time period. But there was no war in Pokemon during this time, and no wars involving Japan in the real world around this time either. So if Red's father was not killed in a war, perhaps he was killed by a Pokemon. Again, there is no hard evidence to suggest this being true, and a lot of evidence to show that this is probably not true. An example being that your mother allows you to go off and become a Pokemon trainer. If something that traumatic were to occur, then I doubt Red's mother would even allow him to go anywhere near a Pokemon. Since there is no hard evidence that Red's father was killed in any way, let's just assume he is alive and well. But who would he be? Giovanni? Professor Oak? If Giovanni was Red's father, perhaps he would not talk so non-empathetically to his own son. And with Red being his son, being based on a gangster, Giovanni seems like he personally would have recruited Red, but he never even makes mention of knowing him in any way. However, he could have just never even known Red was his own son. And as far as Oak goes, I seriously doubt it due to the age difference between Red and Oak, but again, there's no hard evidence against this, other than Red not living with his siblings. A little odd for a game inspired by traditions of Japan. Speculations aside, the theory does offer something a little more believable. What if the man that appears in each gym is your father? It may sound crazy, but he often gives words of encouragement, advice. Why would some random man continuously follow around Red and appear at every gym? This is where a portion of the theory comes in, and it states after Red's father got his mother pregnant, he abandoned her and refused to be a father. After his guilt got the better of him, he returned to find his son and had set out on a quest. In his hopes to help him, he appeared to each gym, keeping a watchful eye and giving advice. However, that doesn't explain how his father knows all the weaknesses and advantages of gym leaders. As the rules state, people who are not in the gym or challenging the gym leader cannot stay at the gym. I think there's a better explanation though. Perhaps it's because Red's father set out to become a champion, and after reaching his goal, his child was old enough to follow in his footsteps. So instead of returning home, he decided to help his son by giving him helpful advice on how to overcome the challenges that took him so long to overcome himself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an interesting theory, and unfortunately there's no concrete evidence though. So this is where I leave comment section and ask you what you think. With no hard evidence, this theory is really up in the air. So, was Red's father there the entire time, or was Red's father closer than we all thought? I await your comments, and I apologize for not having hard evidence for this one.
But Proto, you don't have any evidence. But Proto, you never give any actual evidence. But Proto, the theories always show evidence.
Comment section, you want evidence? Well, I may not be able to show who Red's father is, but I can prove that Red does know his father, and he is not dead or completely missing. In the Celadon City department store, when looking at a sports game, Red states that, quote, "Dad like this." We can assume from looking at this statement that Red knew his father well enough to determine that he would enjoy a sports-based video game. And if Red's father was dead or gone, he would have said, "Dad would have loved this," instead of using the present tense form, indicating at the very least Red knows his own father is currently alive. How's that for evidence, comment section? Not enough to prove a theory, but enough to at least show that someone has to be Red's father in the Pokemon world. Now, it's up to you, comment section, to figure out who. So thanks for watching, and I await your comments down below. Leave me a like, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure to click that button to see more theories in the future. I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. Good gaming, and God bless. Thanks for watching my video and making it to the end. If you want to see my theories a day early, make sure to head over to my Patreon, where donators get a day early viewing of my newest theories. And follow me over on Twitter to see my updates about certain videos and access to some cool unlisted hidden content as well. If you don't have Twitter, I am on Tumblr too, so be sure to check out my videos on your preferred social networks or subscribe here on good old YouTube. I've been on YouTube for a while now, and I don't plan on going anywhere soon, so I hope you keep supporting me by liking the video and sharing it where you can on Facebook or Twitter or other forums as well. Thank you again for taking a bit of time out to support me, and I hope to see you here next time on Pokemon Theory. Please note that in all my videos, if I use images from Google, that I do not own any of those images, and all images obtained from Google are owned by their respective owners and copyrights. So please remember this when watching my Pokemon Theories. Thanks.